or is it media hype? Which one really is it? Now, I looked at their roster, looked at the players they got coming back. They got some ballers. They got ballers everywhere. They got a QB that's proven, O line proven, D line proven. Everywhere they solid, right? But now you get into talks of, Nick Saban say that only way he really saw a team was if they had that O line and D line right. Well, Oregon got an O line and Oregon got a D line. So they have what they need to make this run. Now I looked at their schedule. Georgia got 3 big boy games. They got other games on the schedule, but Georgia got 3 big boy games. Ole Miss got some big boy games. Texas got some big boy games. And when you look at it, and Oregon has some big boy games. And then Alabama got some games, right? So you looking at everybody's schedule, and everybody look like they're going to be duking it out to try to figure out who on top. Oregon got to play Ohio State at the crib. So that's going to be in their favor. But they got to go to Michigan in November. Now, I know it get cold in Oregon, but I think it's sure enough going to be a different kind of cold in Michigan. So, is Oregon really on that level? We going to see. Can they beat Ohio State? Can they beat a Michigan? Then they got some other teams that's on the schedule that can come with it. You got Washington. They could come with it. They not the Washington that we seen this past year. It's a mixture. Then they got to go to Wisconsin. Because Wisconsin's better, and Wisconsin, it's gonna be cold there too. So again, Oregon could deal with that, but do they got enough talent that you consider them on the Georgia, Texas, Alabama level? Because again, Nick Saban, he pretty excited about Bama and Texas, so he feel like they like that. Now, I want to hear what he say about Oregon, because he an analyst now, and all that hype that Oregon getting, they finna go in and just take off. But I don't know. We're about to see, because they surely getting the hype. They're getting a whole lot of hype as if they finna just take off like a rocket. But at the end of the day, they gotta put up. To me, honestly, their first game is Ohio State. Texas got to deal with Georgia. Georgia got to deal with Texas, Alabama, and Ole Miss. So a lot of them schools going to be going against each other and knocking them out. And then again, Oregon supposed to be all that. Well, you got to face the big boy squads. That's Michigan. That's Ohio State. They got to face them. One at the crib, one away. These teams fighting each other. They really going to be clearing out each other. But somebody may be strong enough to pull it off and go undefeated in that match. I almost feel it's hard that Georgia can go undefeated. I really kind of feel it's hard that Texas is going to go undefeated, because Texas got to play Georgia and Michigan. Then Michigan got to play Texas, Ohio State, and Oregon. So, and then Oregon got both of them too. So, y'all, the schedule set up so hard for a lot of squads. Not with a whole bunch of hard teams, but with enough that it's like we're going to watch the playoffs during the season. It's really like you watching a playoff game during the season. Them playoff type of games. So, I'm ready to see what it do. At the end of the day, I'm ready to see what it do. We going to find out, is Oregon hype or Oregon really like that? Is Georgia hype or they really like that? Michigan hype or they really like that? Alabama, they hype or they really like that? Now, you go to the game, yo, playing the college game, I let the season run through. Oregon won the chip. Oh, hey, Oregon won the chip. But the other team that was in the chip will catch y'all off guard. Now, I looked at the other team. They do got a nice squad, NC State, but I don't know if they chip worthy. But anything can happen in the playoffs, because the year TCU went to the chip, nobody would have thought they was going. They won preseason top nothing. So when TCU made that run, they made a run. Can Oregon make that run? Last year, Washington was in the way. This year, Ohio State and Michigan. And you could say Washington and Wisconsin in that mix too. It's just hard. And they got Maryland too. Now, I'm not going to discredit Maryland. Maryland been doing a great job, but can they pull it off? That I don't know. So at the end of the day, right now, Oregon getting a whole lot of hype. Their first true game is Ohio State. And that might be Ohio State first true game. So it's finna go down. It's definitely finna go down. And we'll know for a fact who's who. So it's wild though. They put Oregon in the mix without, like, the team that beat them did go to the chip. And they was in both those games, but they just couldn't pull it off. Can they do it this year? They got a quarterback that's proven. But all them other squads, Texas, Alabama, Ole Miss, they got QBs. They got a squad. So I guess we really ain't gonna know until them big heavyweight games get played out. But at the same token, this season finna be full of fireworks, boy. Because it's so much going on. Like, the conferences, they done switched the conference up where now you got all the teams squishing into a little conference. And then they trying to make it where they squish even more. So it might, next year, it might only be 3 conferences. Only 3 went from the Power 5. Well, really went from the Power 6, really, to a Power 5, to a Power 4, now to a Power, well, it's Power 4. But that thing about to squeeze into a Power 3. So we're about to see if it's all hype for Oregon, or they really like that. Now, they do have a squad. But they didn't get over the hump last year, which was Washington. So we're going to see. JB, you say we're about to see how everything plays. Hey, it is because them games coming. Them games coming. I want to say they got Oregon, Ohio State early. But see, Georgia got a test right out the gate. Georgia got Clemson right out the gate. Clemson, if you like that, you like that. We finna find out. If not, move to the side. Then eventually, Texas got to go to Michigan. Who the real contender? So this season, a lot of games getting played real early. But look, y'all, I just wanted to holler at y'all and ride out, man. Holler at y'all about that nationwide talk.